right, they are going to let me be great. Hi, Facebook. Hey, Instagram. How are y'all today? Happy, what day is it? Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. So let's talk about the topic that I have in hand that is taking place with me today is the 5 things you should know about building wealth. So that is what is called building wealth. Building wealth, 5 things you must know. So before we get started, if you are a business owner or you're an entrepreneur or you're in this place where you're really considering in 2022 of how you build wealth, do me a favor, go ahead and tag someone. Don't be selfish. Don't keep this to yourself. Just have it. It's just for you. If this is for you and family members or friends or whomever, and I'm especially gearing this toward women. Gentlemen, absolutely, you can be here for sure. So don't think that, hey, this is not for me. You can take what I share and apply it to your life as well. And so for those of you who are here, again, go ahead and tag someone. So we're going to talk about the 5 things you must know or you need to know in building wealth, especially for 2022. Now, I realize, let me do a backstory very briefly, and I'll try to make this short because I did some videos and get to the point. I'm like, man, some people don't have patience. They really don't have patience. They just want you to know. And those are probably not the people who need to listen to this because they want a quick turnaround. They want quick answers. They just want you to get there, but there has to be some foundation laid. So as I go through this, just a little backstory of myself. I am originally from a little small town in Arkansas, and I'm the youngest of 12 kids. My mom and dad my mom had a 3rd grade education. My dad had a 2nd grade education. My mom, when I was in college, went back and got her GED because that was something on her list to do. And I just know my mother raised 12 kids. And I remember my dad not being around at all. I remember pictures of him. I remember him for my 11th birthday, but I don't remember him. But I'm sharing this story for those of you who are wealth, because many of us think that it has to be something that is passed down. I would like to think at this point that the women that I coach and train around the world, even for myself, generations are being indoctrinated into this wealth platform, into this wealth building. And so going back to why I'm sharing this and why I know that I can share it at another level because of where I come from and the opportunity that was presented to me to be able to build such a business, a multi-million-dollar business, and from the comforts of my home, but I didn't come from it. So let me go ahead and lay that foundation. So for those of you coming in, we are talking about building wealth, 5 things you must know. And as I share this is my thought on how I got to where I am and to even beyond of where I'm going, because I can see it sitting right in front of me, and hopefully many of you can see where it is that you want to go as well. I had my first child at 15 years old. I went through this experience when I was 17. I was raped and left for dead. And from that moment, from the age of 15 and beyond, I had this life as a young woman that was just spiraling out of control. Wasn't raised. My dad wasn't around, so my mom was doing the best that she could do. And wealth was not a thought. It was then of how do I take care of my son? How do I take care of myself? And how do I get the heck out of this small town, because I wanted more for my life, but I really wasn't exposed to a lot of it. So I had to figure out, how do I get there with not having the example? And my mother worked her butt off. She was a hard-working woman, a very strong woman, right? But I just remember when I got to college, and I'm going to get there in a minute, so just give me a moment to kind of share this if you don't mind. If this is too long for you, go out, come back when it's done, and you can fast forward, okay? But I can remember when I realized that I was poor when I got to college. Didn't know before then, but when I got to college and all my I got a basketball scholarship, and all my team members had vehicles. And I didn't. My mother gave me $25 maybe a month to survive off of in college. There were a lot of nights where I couldn't sleep because I was hungry. Cafeterias closed, you can't eat anymore. And some of my teammates made me feel like I was less than. I didn't understand. 18 years old, I didn't understand. And I didn't know, but I realized then that I was poor. but my mother made sure I had everything that I needed at that time. So the reason why I'm talking about this now is because I don't want another woman, I don't want another child of the women that I'm coaching, and even a father or a brother, whomever, that has responsibilities for a family, for our families, to have to go through some of these things that many of us have experienced. So when I say building wealth, I want to just kind of do a foundation building of what it looks like and some things you need to know before we get there. Fair enough? Do I have your permission as you come in here and you share your first name? Because I don't know who Chocolate Kisses is. Share your first name and where you are hailing from. Share your first name and where you are hailing from. So let me do this. If this thing's going to let me be great. Hold on just a second here, because it does not want me. I want to be able to chat. Hello. And for some reason, this thing won't show me comments until I type in there. So give me a second. I can't see y'all. I can't see Instagram. You're in the way. You're in the way, Instagram. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, there I see it. North Carolina. I see the UK. I love it, Jules. Hello, watching from Augusta. Is that from Italy? Okay. Hey, how are you doing there? Okay. I see Hawaii. Hey, Terry. Texas, I see all of those. Okay, Connecticut, hello, hello. So let's talk about these 5 things you must know or you need to know to be able to build wealth. Now, again, just chew the meat and spit out the fat, whatever applies to you. But I would really, really highly recommend you just listen to it in such a way where these may be things you've heard before, but maybe in a different context, okay? So, again, 5 things you must know building wealth. Number 1, and everybody say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Number 1, it is not building wealth. It is not a get rich scheme that most people may perceive a journey to building wealth, being successful, being a millionaire. I could have said building wealth as a millionaire. I could just sit there and have that conversation. 5 things you need to know. It is not a get rich quick thing that is going to happen just like bam, snap my fingers. I showed up. I had a vision. Somebody told me. Somebody prophesied over my life. And bam. That is not building wealth. The words that come out of your mouth are totally different from the money that runs through your bank account. Oh, I need to hashtag that for sure. That's different. It is not a scheme. True wealth, write this down. True wealth takes time. It 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 takes time. Now, when I say time, many say, oh, it takes 10, 20. Nah, I'm not tired. I'm not going to really put a time on it, but I would say my first year, I was on this wealth building process of my first million. And I'll share what it is that I did and all of that later. But wealth does take time. And it doesn't have to take as many years as we think, but it does take time. Building wealth is a process, not a stage. Building wealth is a process and not a stage. There has to be, I'm still talking about building wealth, and I'm talking about it not being a scheme, it not being this quick microwave type of things. But what I wrote down here is there has to be a game plan. We're embarking upon 2022 just days away. Okay, not days, couple weeks. What? Something like that. It's less than 30. Let's say that. Instagram and Facebook is less than 30 days. What is the game plan for your wealth from this moment forward? What is it that you're putting in place in order for you to get to that level of wealth? And I always share, I'm always not jump ahead. What's the game plan? Building wealth is not, and some of us want it to be that way, and it's not. It's not, Nick. It's not. It takes time. And it not being a scheme, which means to me, and I'll add this in here, and y'all can still be taking notes as I teach this. This is how I like to take my time. Folks, like, just tell me the points, and I'm done. It is not a scheme. a second. I'm going to go to number 2. Because I think we think one thing. It's not a scheme. It's not just going to happen overnight. You have to have a game plan for this. So let's move on to number 2. Number two. It just hit me because I have the right to add in a couple more. We have 5. I'm going to add 6. One more. Building wealth. 5 things you must know. It is not racist. Oh, let me put this down. Wealth does not care about your ethnicity. It does not care about your gender. It just cares about, are you attracting it in such a way? Are you putting in the work? Wealth is not racist. And I'm going to jump in and be very transparent, J. Scott. I really thought it was. Because I made it a person and not a thing. Now, people may be that way, but wealth isn't. It doesn't care where you came from. It doesn't care who you were born to. It doesn't even care about the life you came from. The 5 things you must know about building wealth. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter at all. Number 3. You're welcome. You're welcome. Building wealth. The journey on this millionaire journey, or this millionaire platform that you're building for yourself, or this millionaire life and lifestyle that you're building for you and your family. Again, building wealth, 5 things you must know. It is not a get-rich-quick type of scheme. It's not just going to happen like that. You can't name it, claim it, frame it, and all that and not do any work. It's not coming. It's not coming at all. And then I said it does not matter of your race. It is not racist. Wealth is not racist. I need to put that. You think Facebook will let me put that on there and not, trigger me and shut me down? Wealth is not racist. We have the opportunity for some of us of a lifetime. I sit back and I think about the life where I came from. I shared with you all at the beginning. My mom was a housekeeper. My dad was a sharecropper. I grew up chopping cotton. Chop, chop. Hot. So trucks picks me up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I get home at 1 or 2. I got burnt by the sun. Face all burned up. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I smell like whatever. I'm very low. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? You might want to turn yours up. Can you hear me loud and clear? Just say yes, 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 yes. If you can hear me, my volume is good. Just say yes. Where's the game plan? And it's not racist. Number 3. You ready for it? Your environment matters. Building wealth. The 5 things you must know. I know somebody's like, well, just give me the strategic plan. Can I do the foundation? Let me put the foundation in place, because some of you are trying to plant these seeds on a hard, solid foundation, and you're trying to push it through the dirt that is rock solid, and you can't even water that. So please understand these 5 things you must, or 6 things you must know to building wealth, especially going into 2022. Again, your environment matters. Your environment matters when you're building this. Whether it's your business, you're an entrepreneur, all of that. Let me explain what I mean. The leader you follow, this is all on number 3. The leader that you follow is as important as you following them. It isn't, I'm yelling. I can hear myself down the hallway on the other side of this house. Let me calm down. I got a little passionate about this. Your environment matters. Some of us right now, I'm going to get to the rest of these points. Some of you are trying to build wealth in an environment that is toxic. There's no opportunity to grow. There's no opportunity for support. There's no opportunity for you to think outside of where you've been. Your environment matters. I don't know about the culture you come from. I'll just talk about mine, because I only know about mine. If you're in the wrong environment, nothing is growing at all. The conversations are not being had. And even when you have these aha moments, I call them God ideas, when you have these God ideas and you're in the wrong environment and you go share it with them, you talk about building wealth and the things you're going to do, it's like somebody just threw some hot grease on you. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's not going to happen. That's not for us. Do you know where you came from? Do you know who your parents are? Do you know how much you failed in life? You do realize you went through a divorce, right? You do realize your husband left you. You do realize realize your kids act up. You do realize you lost that job. You do realize you had a child at a very young age. Your environment matters. 5 things you need to know about building wealth. We're just on number 3. And I said your environment matters. The leader you follow is important. I am grateful for the women who allow me to coach them on this journey to millionaire status. I couldn't teach them something that I didn't know and I've never experienced. I wouldn't even open my mouth to pretend, hey, let me teach you how to be a millionaire and I know nothing about it. Well, what happens when this happens? Oh, you should do this. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm teaching you how to make millions. Absolutely not. The leader that you follow is important. Next part on the environment matters. The mate and the partner you have on this journey. I'm going to pause right there. We can stay and just talk about this. Make sure you tag somebody. Hang up, call them, tell them whatever you need to do. Share. The partner you have on this journey. Okay, check it. I'm in Hawaii now. Like, this is how they say check it. Imagine this. You ready? You get this God idea that you're going to build this massive business. You're going to be the entrepreneur of the year. You're going to be the CEO and business owner of the year in your own life, right? And you are married. Let me give you a couple of scenarios. You are married to someone who does not tap into what you're even thinking about. Or they say things like, money's not important. We don't need any of that. We don't want to pay any more taxes. That's not going to happen. Your whole dreams. Because you love this person that's in your life. Your environment matters. Let's say you're single. Let me talk to my single women just for a second. Let me holler at y'all just for a second. And single men too, whomever's in here, if you're single, I'm talking to you. Single means you're unmarried. That's what it means. I don't care who you're shacking up with. I'm talking about unmarried, like unmarried. You are on this journey to build this business, and we're talking about right now, building wealth, the 5 things or 6 things you need to know. You're single and you're out here in this dating world, the COVID dating era is what I call it, and you link up with someone who does not have a vision. Ladies, let me talk to you about something. You link up. Do you realize as a woman, we are visionaries by nature? And you tap into or get into a relationship with someone who does not have a vision themselves. And you're there because we're visionaries and we are multipliers by nature. This is not Dr. Sonia Saul. This is by nature. We're multipliers and we're visionaries. Just saying. You are a visionary and you are a multiplier, and you get into a relationship with someone who doesn't give you the opportunity to multiply what it is that you've been called to do. And then when you do link up with someone, and because he's fine and he got biceps and triceps and all this other stuff that, that stuff doesn't last long, I'm just letting you know. When you get to 50, it's like, okay, whatever. And they have nothing for you to multiply. And you start this journey of building your business on your way to building wealth. And they want no part of it. Houston, we have a problem. The biggest mistakes I ever made in my life was linking up with the wrong man. And I know I had been given a vision for my life and the lives of the people that I'm associated with and the life for the legacy of my family. It was like pulling teeth. I felt like I was on a different planet. I am a big dreamer, but I like to take my dreams and make them a reality. And let me lean in just for a second. And the last thing I ever want to do was to get with someone who wasn't willing to tap in with me. He wasn't willing to see the big vision. He wasn't even willing to make the sacrifices needed. It's the worst thing you ever want to do. And yes, if you're coming in, let me do a quick reset. We're talking about building wealth. I'll say as a millionaire. And the 6 tips are things you need to know on this. So for some of you that right now, if you're single, be very cautious about the relationships that you get into, whether it's a significant other, even friendships. You have to understand building wealth. Most of you are like, just give me the steps. I'm like, how do I do this? And how do I make that money? Long before you even get there, you have to understand, number 3, your environment matters. Your mate and your life partner matters more than anything. They matter. What's in your heart about wealth is the next one. I'm still on number 3. Can I unpack this? You don't mind, do you, if I take my time and I don't rush through it? If you are quick Nancy or quick Cruella, whatever name it is, you go ahead, you come back and you can fast forward. But I want to take my time and teach this so everybody understands. Excuse me, y'all, my sinuses, or this season just changing everything. The mate you have matters, and what's in your heart about wealth. So can we unpack this one? What is in your heart about wealth matters. If you think wealth is just, I got all this money, I'm going to buy this big house, I'm going to buy all these glamorous things, you are mistaken. I know I was. Like, I am learning in this because this is not an environment I grew up in. It wasn't a conversation happening at the kitchen table. It wasn't in the books that they gave us in high school, let alone college. And I have a business degree. Like, y'all didn't teach me none of this? What happened? None of it. I had to learn on this journey. I would say to million, bypass that, billionaire status. And I realized at this very moment, as I'm sharing this with you all, it's all about what's in your heart about wealth. At the beginning, and I just had this conversation with a very dear friend of mine. She said to me, don't change. You mean when I become a billionaire? I didn't change at millions? Why am I changing at billions? Because in her heart and what we've been taught, and I thought this way too, millionaires, people who are successful or wealthy, they're stuck up, they're this. That is not even the case. That is what's been in our heart because that's what we have been taught. What's in your heart about wealth? What was in my heart about wealth? And I can remember when I was in the military. I was in the military for 21 years and I used to teach this class. Y'all, I've been teaching a long time and didn't even realize I was coaching back then. I would bring them in once a week, my soldiers, whoever would listen. It became a large room. No matter what base I went to, no matter where I went, I was always teaching because I feel like I have this wealth of knowledge that I gotta get out. I can't keep it in. And I would teach them about, I used to ask the question, how many of you want to build wealth? And they were like, it's okay. And I said, those of you who don't want to, why? And they would say, because I don't want to, when I die, I don't want my kids to get in a fight over it. What? I got the same thing. Because when my mom died, my family fought over her stuff. I just wanted that quilt. I just wanted that quilt at night, the one she put on me when I was a little girl. I just wanted the one I saw her make by hand. I don't want nothing else. But I saw my family fight over the money, the little bit that she had. They fought over it. What I'm saying to you, what is in your heart about wealth long before it gets there is going to be important. What's in your heart? And so I'm asking you a question right now. You don't have to answer, but those of you who are taking copious notes, those of you who are watching the replay, when you come back in, just click replay, and make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at I am Dr. Sonia. What's in your heart about wealth? What's in your heart? What does wealth, and do this homework, like before 2022, do this homework. What do I know about wealth being where I am? And then I'm going to challenge you to get in the room with other millionaires and have a conversation. Some of them are going to make you feel uncomfortable. Many of us, when I first got in my first room before I became a millionaire, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing in this room? Now I get in there, I still feel a little uncomfortable because there's billionaires in the room like, oh, they know something I don't know. Yes, they do. The only difference is they came first and they have a game plan that took them there. They didn't just wake up one day, I'm a billionaire. They have to work on this journey. What is in your heart about wealth? Number 3, I got 6. So wait, work with me on this, okay? Your environment matters. And next thing, what you see, what you hear, and what you think is very important. Let me say this again. On your journey to wherever it is that you're going, whether it's You want to make $100,000 or more in your business. You want to be a millionaire. You want to come on this multi-millionaire status. You want to be a billionaire. I posted on my social media. I said it cannot be just celebrities and rappers that are billionaires. I'm over it. Like, where is the ordinary, everyday person? And I know they're out there. I know, but there's a small group of them. Let me move on. When we go through this, the environment matters. What you see. What are you watching? The last couple of days I've been watching the news because I want to hear about the weather. Because one day they told me in Atlanta, Georgia, that's where I live now, I'm from Arkansas, it's going to be 70. You a lie? It was 52. Why y'all lying to us? I'm thinking it's going to be warm. I'm going to step outside. It's going to be glorious. It was cold. All I'm saying is what you see. What is it that you watch? There's certain television shows I cannot watch. I just don't. Like, Dr. Sonia, what does this have to do with wealth? What are you feeding yourself? What are you feeding? It is based on what are these 2 eyes of yours, and 4 if you wear glasses. What are you watching? I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. And all you watch is soap operas and love and hip hop and Married to this and Atlanta Housewives and this housewife over there. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. They better have somebody on there that's talking about wealth. Or they're just over there fighting. What are you seeing? What are you watching? The next one, what do you hear? What are you listening to? These ears right here are so sensitive than ever before. They're so sensitive. To a point sometimes it scares me. I hear everything. I hear it. My kids like, you and those doggone ears. I can hear them in this house all the way down in what did you say? Mom, you were all the way in your office. How did you hear me in the kitchen? And the door was closed. Not to that extreme, but what I'm saying, what is it that you hear on a daily? What are you listening to? Now, okay, why do I always have to do this? I know I have some women of faith in here. You listen to gospel music all the time, nothing outside of that. Okay, that's great. Take it up a notch, bring it outside. Okay, you went deep. Let's take a little wide now. Let's start listening to things that are going to help us be wealthy. Yes, I know you want to name it, claim it, frame it, and do all those things. Now you got to put some action to it. Somebody needs to be giving you some steps. What you see, what you hear, and my God, what you think about some things matters. What do you think about wealth? What do you think about other people that are wealthy? What do you think about your sister next door to you that is sitting in the classroom or sitting at work and she talks about these dreams and goals that she has? What do you think about that? Or do you shoot it down? Building wealth. And these are the 6 things you must know. We're just on number 3. And I said, what you see and what you hear and what you think matters. It's not coming until you understand. And somebody asked me, why do you come back? Like, I love doing this. I wish I could do it more. I don't have a lot of time to do this, but I want to come back and pour into people. I want to come back to those who are willing to listen, because I realize, everybody, there's a video that went viral out there. And I had to check myself because I want to get out there even the more, to bring even more to the world. I want to be able to give back. But there's some nasty, mean people. You will hear me say on probably every video, don't be nasty, don't be mean, and please don't roll up on me, because I'm still working on myself. I may say something to you, and you'll be like, oh, I thought you were professional. I am. Don't push me. Don't push me. Leave the video. Unfollow. All that. What you see and what you hear and what you think is important. It is more important than anything that you will ever embark upon. Your journey to wealth, building wealth. It's time, for sure. Absolutely. So everybody say number 4. Let's go to number 4. We got 6. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I wonder what they let me do this on TV. Like, sit here. It's like, son, you can't say 4. The audience is out there. I have a real audience, and we on like number 4. Y'all, we on number 4 as I teach this. Number 4. Number 4. Thank you, Latanya. Was that Latoya? Thank you so much. Thank you. Number 4. Building wealth is important. Number 4 is you don't have to do it the way that everybody else is doing building wealth. You don't have to do it the way everybody else is doing it, and you don't have to do it like our ancestors did. You don't. You don't have to do it that way. Before I got to a place where I understood and I realized that, wait a minute, I could take my life experience, which was like, what? And I could come over here and I could begin to teach someone. So for many of you, let me kind of give you the backstory of this. You don't have to do it the way your ancestors did it. You don't have to do it the way celebrities do it. You don't have to do it the way rappers do it to be able to be, I would say, wealthy. Being a millionaire. Let's equate it just for now, because it's not always the case. Wealth, being a millionaire, and beyond. Okay? You don't have to, celebrities, I got it. We don't have to be celebrities. I'm talking about everyday people. And someone's like, well, Dr. Sonia, you're not everyday. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You and I are the same. Only thing I came first and I decided to go further. That was it. I'm no different. A rapper. Okay, I get it. And I'm not a rapper. I'm not a singer. I'm not an artist. But there are ways that I realize we don't have to do it like everybody else, our ancestors and all of that. The times have changed. I call it the new rich. There is a new rich. Building wealth, the 6 things you need to know. You don't have to do it like everyone else, but you need to understand how the new rich work. The new rich. And what I mean about new rich, there's a way for you to take all that experience that you have. That's the only thing I've done. Someone told me, and it hurt my feelings a little bit, but I understood what they meant. It's like, you weren't the smartest in school. I wasn't. I was like a CD student. That was on a good day. Right? That wasn't my priority. That didn't come from that. Like, I was like, okay, I was surrounded by people who were A students. I get it. Hey, go for it. Voted least likely to succeed. Somebody wrote it in my what is it? The graduation book, whatever you call it. I forgot what that is. They wrote it in my book. Least likely to succeed. You got my vote. What? Hurtful? All I'm saying to you is, you don't have to do it the way everybody else does it. Figure out what that way is that is accommodating to you and the lifestyle that you want to live. I thought if I went back to school and got yet another degree, even though I hated school, right? I still have degree after degree after degree, and had the audacity to go back and get a PhD as a licensed clinical counselor. Because I thought it was going to help me be wealthy. I wanted to help people, don't get it twisted, but I still wanted to be wealthy. And I was just trying to figure it out because I didn't have someone sitting in front of me and saying, hey, Sonia, do this. All I heard was go to school, get a good job. Go and invest over here if you have the money. No one said, hey, why don't you use what you already know to go teach other people how to do and get through what you went through and be able to build your business. Once I did learn that, oh, Houston, we have takeoff. You don't have to do it the way everybody else did it. Your journey to wealth, your journey to millionaire status, the 5 things you must know. Number 5. Number 5. It will, this is a good one. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm trying to do this fast. I'm trying. Is this okay? Are we good? Are we good so far? Everybody good? You good? Do I need to come back and do part 2? This is too long for you. You know, I can't keep your attention. You're about to fall asleep or whatever. Is this good? Somebody just say, it's good, Dr. Sonia. It's good. It's good. It's good. Just let me know. It's good. It's good. Yes, we're good. Okay, awesome. Awesome. It's good. It's good. Keep going. Okay, thank you. Keep going. Instagram, you good over here? It's good. All right, I got some okays to keep going. If it's freezing for you, Instagram, you can come over to Facebook and leave your comments there, of course. No rushing. I'm wide awake. She said, ooh, peace. I love it. No, you're good. Take your time. I'm good. Number 5, it will expose who you really are. Oh, it's so good. Tara, this is so good. Your journey to wealth is going to expose who you are. It's going to expose your insecurities. It's going to expose your weaknesses. And it's also going to expose your strengths. On this journey to being successful, being a millionaire, and being wealthy, it's going to expose you. And I wrote this. Be sure. This is why I keep getting pulled to teach this, is this reason. I'm going to challenge many of you to work on you long before you become a millionaire. Now, if you win the lottery, you don't have a lot of time. Yep, exactly. Somebody said, I've seen millionaires and their character come slam out right in front of your face. What I mean is, in the meanwhile, as you're building this business, do a couple of things for me. Okay? Do a couple of things, Instagram. Do a couple of things, Facebook. Do this. Invest in your self-development. Invest in your self-development. I don't care what anyone says. Money's not, don't let the money change you. It better. For the better. Let me say that one more time, just in case somebody missed what I just said. Oh, don't change. Yeah, you better change. The money should change you, but for the better. Who wants to say the same? I know doggone well I don't. I know before I get to billionaire status, I got some things I need to work on. And I am working through them. I am not perfect. I don't care what nobody thinks. Not even close. I'm not even trying to be. I'm trying to be better. Not perfect. I'm trying and wanting and have a desire to be better. And I hope you are as well. Invest in your self-development. For those of you who are coming in, we're talking about building wealth, 5 things you must know. And we are on number 5, or excuse me, 6 things. I have one more after this, and I'm breaking down each one of them because I realize there is a need for more successful people, especially women. There's a need for more wealthy families out there. But a lot of times we don't get the conversations that we need before we get there, not just the tools and go do this and build that business. What about the foundation building before you even get there? Invest in your self-development. And most of us think investing is, let me go get my hair done, let me do a photo shoot, let me get these lashes done, let me do these eyebrows, let me do all of this, let me get my face done, let me get my butt done, let me get this. I'm not talking about those. That's not investing. I'm talking about whatever it is about you that you want to be a better version of you. You are working on that. You are working on those things. Invest in self-development. There's one thing I tell the women that I'm able and I'm blessed to coach, train, and mentor. We are going to work on us. I don't want to show up one day receiving my billionaire award. I'm still going to be the true and authentic me, but I want to be the best version of me. And I hope you do as well. Yes, I believe wealth is built from the inside out. The inside out. Most people think wealth, you're not going to be happy. I believe you can be. I believe you can have it all. That was one of the perceptions. Remember what's in your heart. Wealthy people are not happy. That's not true. None of that is true. Not all of that is true. Again, invest in yourself. The second version of part 5 is invest in your business. I know I would not be in a situation, and I sit back sometimes and I'm like, wow, what is going on? And I know it's happening. Yes, am I a woman of faith? Yes, I believe in a higher power, but I also know that I had to put in some work. And in putting in work, I had to invest in myself. I invested in self-development and I invested into my business. I've had mentors and coaches myself. So when I come and work with someone, I understand what the journey is like when you invest in yourself. I'm not talking about investing, making your hair look great. We spend money on our hair, what we look like, but many of us don't take the time to invest in ourselves or invest in our business. And you say you're a business owner, and especially if you're out here in these coaching and these speaking streets is what I call it, and you don't have someone that's helping you with your blind spots, I'm challenging you right now. Entrepreneur, thought leader, speaker, author, business owner, CEO. Where are you investing in your business? Who's helping you look at the big picture of what this could potentially look like? I hope you are not leaning to your own understanding. That's stupidity. That is stupidity all day. I smile as I say that. Did you call me stupid? No, I didn't. I said your actions were, if you're out here trying to do this on your own. Last but not least, number 6. Last but not least, number 6, building wealth. The 6 things you must know. 6. And I could go on and on. We may have to do a part 2 to this. There aren't going to be many. Let me close. And those of you who are asking, what are the other ones? Girl, go back and watch the replay. Go back and watch it. You're not going to be able to watch it on Instagram because I'm not going to keep it up. You have to go over to Facebook. So Instagram, this will come down. Just make sure you follow it. I am Dr. Sonia on all social media platforms. But you can go over to the Facebook one version of this and share there and listen to the replay. Now, there are not going to be many. And I did not understand this, Larry. I didn't understand this, Leslie. I didn't understand this, Melissa. I didn't understand this, Kendra, Keisha. I didn't understand. San Tiffany, I didn't understand that there won't be many. Do you realize, y'all, check it out, that 1% to 2% of the population is making 98% of the wealth. It saddens me. Let me say it one more time. Let me calm down. Building wealth, the 6 things you must know. We're number 6. There are not going to be many. I'll say 2% of the population is making 98% of the money. What are the other 98 doing? 98%, what are they doing? It doesn't matter. I don't want to be one of them. The best way for me to help them is not to be one. I chose to be in the 2%. Building wealth, it's going to be a small population of people. Most of them are not going to look like you. Can I say that? They're not. It's sad, but they're not. They're not going to be a lot of people in that room. Imagine you pulling up to your millionaire status and you're pulling up to wealth. And you've gotten there and you're looking around, and I do it all the time. I'm looking around like, hey, where my sisters at? Where the women at? Where the folks that I can bounce ideas off of? And you get into the room and it's 5 of you. And I'm not talking about an ethnicity. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about people that are wanting to build this full out. They're not a lot. One of the biggest lessons that I learned on this journey, it's a lonely place if I allow it. I made it my business. That's why I invest back into my business. I join masterminds. I want to be around other millionaires. I need that. I need to make sure I'm still normal. I need to understand that these are normal things that I'm experiencing. I want to get in a room with billionaires. It's not a lot. It's not a lot around, period. And if there are, many of them are not accessible to come back and share. Like, what's your journey? What are the 5 things that you learned along the way? Tracy said, did you say 98? I thought it was 90%. 2% of the population, 98, 90% and higher, Tracy, okay? It's still too high. Why is that 1 or 2% of the people are making all of the money? We hear about the Bill Gates. And that's great. Where are the rest of our names? Where are they being called? I don't know about you. I want to be on that roll call. Call me. All the millionaires, please stand up. Please stand up nice and tall. Calling. Where is Tiara Brown? Here I am. Where is Yolanda Davis? Here I am. Where is Dr. Marcia Whitaker? Here I am. Okay. Where is Maxine Johnson? Present. Okay. Where is Teree Dawson? Here I am. Where is Tamu Lewis? Girl, right here. What is up? Okay, where's Felicia K? Diva? present and accounted for. I am here. I am here. Where is Cynthia G? Right here. Where is Dr. Cynthia? Ooh, right here, Dr. Sonia. I'm right here. Here I am. Exactly. Present and accounted for. Not because I said I was, but because I am. I know. She said, here I am. She put her name in there. Here I am. Okay, billionaire roll call. Billionaire roll call. Please straighten up. Get ready. Stand tall. Roll call. Where is Dr. Sonia Y. Stribling? Right here. Running up to the front. Here I am all day. I worked hard to get here. I'm not going anywhere. Let me continue to build. Matter of fact, I don't just want to be the only one called. Hold on just a second. I'm going to put some other names on the list. Give me just a short period of time. I'll be back. Let me go get them. Where are you at? Building wealth is real. And you have some options. You got two. You're either going to do it or you're not. There's no in between on this. Either you're pregnant or you're not. You're not. You're not. And so for those of you that are here, you got to make a decision. Make a decision. One of the biggest decisions that just today, in this very moment, what I'd like for you to do is go over and get my Manifest Greatness, Abundance, and Wealth. Go to, what is it? Let me think about it here for a second. Free gift, drsonia.com. Free gift. It's free. Absolutely free. Free gift, drsonia with a J.com. And get your free gift. For those of you who are serious about being on that roll call for millionaire status here in the very near future, or billionaire status, or whatever the case, or whatever level of success you want, go ahead and upgrade and get the workbook and download it and work through the manifest guide in itself. You have one absolutely free. For many of you, no, let me take that back. Because again, just like wealth, there's a small room of people that are willing to invest like $14, whatever it is. Go get it. Go start watching and listening, and it's very important what you listen to. Go and start watching how to manifest greatness, abundance, and wealth. If you thought this was fire, my dear, when you go over there, I'm going to lay out the game plan of how do you manifest greatness, abundance, and wealth. Thank you so much for allowing me to go through this process with you. I hope it helped many of you understand that it is not just about give me the step-in-step guide to being wealthy. I want this, but there's a foundation that has to be built long before you get there. And so at the end, when I talked about roll call, will your name, that southern accent came out, will your name be on the roll in 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025? Will your name be called on the role of being a wealth builder for the legacy that comes after you? This is Dr. Sonia. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Please make sure you tag someone and allow them to listen. If there's someone who says, well, this is way too long. Girl, this is not for you. You are not ready for game time because you want a microwave type of conversation. I'm not the microwave type of speaker at all. I do it every now and then, but not when it's something that I'm truly passionate about. Make this year the best year, close out the year and make the following year and season the best year you've ever had. Again, go over to get free gift, drsonia.com, free gift, drsonia.com. I love you, be blessed, and I will stand in the gap as long as I can until you arrive at your true destiny. Be blessed, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Let's do this Instagram as I close you out. By Facebook, you're welcome. You're welcome. Too short?